Hello everyone, my name is Abimbola. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're asking yourself what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be talking about everything creativity, relationships, and faith. If you like Jesus, you will like this channel. For us to get people to know that somebody is in town, you need to like, you need to share, you need to subscribe. We're going to be putting out videos every Friday. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Subscribe. Bye. Hi guys, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing something different. So I saw this post on Instagram and I thought it would be nice to react to it, right? Not every time red flags, sometimes green flags. So today we're going to be reacting to a post I saw on Instagram. The name of the Instagram page is Millennial Therapist or something like that. I think it's Millennial Therapist. The person basically highlighted some relationship green flags and I would speak on each of them. So let's get into it. So the first one is they apologize when they are wrong. See, this is something that it can seem like, oh, because of the male ego or because, there are women, a woman doesn't necessarily need to apologize. Once she cries, it means she's sorry. No. We need to do better. One of the ways you know you're in a healthy relationship is when the person apologizes when they are wrong. No, don't apologize by buying gifts. Whilst it is one way to apologize, but I think it's important to acknowledge what you've done and say you're sorry, right? Acknowledge what you've done, spell it out, that you're sorry that you did them wrong. It shows that you respect them and it shows that you care about them. So I completely agree that any relationship where both parties understand, the importance of apologizing, we can call that relationship a healthy one. So the next one is their words and behaviors align. Have you ever met people that say a lot and they do not do? Right? They say a lot. They'll tell you, I'm going to build this thing for you. I'm going to help you with your business. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And it's time for actions and they are missing. Do you see what I did there? They are missing in action. Anyways, so it's time to act and then you're not seeing them. So I do not want to go into red flags. I'm trying. We're sticking to green flags. But the opposite of this would be, like I said, they've been saying a lot. You've even tried to have conversations about them doing like they've said, but over time you realize that it's not happening. You just know that you're not in a, I'm trying not to talk about red flags, but the way you know you're in a healthy relationship or the way you know that you're in a healthy talking stage, for example, is when they do as they say, right? They follow through with their words. They say they are going to, they say that, oh, you know what I want with you is a relationship. Months or weeks down the line, they are acting in the direction of the words they've said to you. At least if it's whether it's a talking stage you're in, I feel like if they're doing this, it's definitely a green flag, right? So the next thing is they encourage your connection with others. See, a person that cares not only about you, but cares about how you relate with your family, I think is someone you should consider. And if it's in a relationship, it's someone you can take things further with, right? Someone that, cares about how you mend relationships with your friends, not someone that is telling you, oh, I think you should just cut everybody off. I'm the only one that cares about you. It is a lie. Once they start telling you things like, oh, they're the ones that care about you, it is not true. You find a person, that cares about, the well-being of your family, doesn't only care about the well-being of your family, they care about how you relate with your own family. If it's when you tell them, oh, my mom spoke with me, spoke to me this way, you want to pay attention to how they talk about your mom, So they're not saying things like, all these moms, they're not causing enmity between you and your family members, right? So I feel like that is definitely a relationship green flag. People that, help you, foster that connection between you and your friends, and you and your family. They know, they understand the importance of family. That also shows you, right, that anyone that does this understands the importance of family. They're not trying to isolate you, right? So the next thing is they make you feel seen, heard, and appreciated. This is also, these things are green. They are definitely green. You tell them about, a business you're working on. They listen to you, right? They're not just listening to you, they are supporting you where that is concerned. They make you feel like your ideas are valid. They make you feel like, even if you tell them you want to sell toothpick, for example, like they carry the things that matter to you with so much, I can't seem to find the word, but my actions will tell you what I mean. They are passionate about what you're passionate about. When you bring something to their notice, they do not shove it off. They listen to you, whether it's whatever it is, whatever area of your life it is, whether it's something they're doing that is wrong. They do not just dismiss your concerns. They pay attention to you, and they look for ways they can support you. So the next green flag says they communicate clearly and honestly. They are not liars. They communicate clearly and honestly. They do not manipulate you, right? So if for example, they've been the one calling and you're not doing the calling, one of the things they will do is communicate and say, you know what, I think it would be nice if you also check up on me, or something like that. They're not manipulating you into, or they're not bullying you into doing what they want you to do, right? They are honest with what they want from you. They say they are clear about what they do. They're not people that are flirting with you and telling you you're making it up in your head. No, they communicate clearly and they communicate honestly. They do not see a reason to lie, right? If they want something with you, they will say it. If they want something from you, they will say it. They do not let their ego or their pride get in the way, right? Just to mention, I'm not saying all of this has to be in one person, but there are actually things you will see in someone. There are a few things. These are few things you'll see in someone that will make you say, you know what, this is actually either a healthy relationship or a healthy person, right? So the next one is they honor and respect your boundaries. They honor and respect your boundaries. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you told someone about certain things you do not want to do, and they're like, you're overreacting? Or they tell you things like, your standards are too high. Your standards are not too high, they just want to destroy your life. If I'm being honest. Being in a place where someone guards your boundaries jealously. So if you tell them, you know what, I do not want to have sex before marriage. They're like, what are the things we can do to ensure we do not have sex before marriage? You tell them, I'm trying to save. They're telling you, you know what are the things you can do? What are the things you can cut down on? What are the investments you can make? You tell them, I'm having problems with my finances. They just help you, right? Your boundaries they do not think your boundaries are too high, especially when they are not high, right? I don't want to get into that because, I don't want to get into too much into that, but hopefully I'll be able to talk about that in another video. But someone that just covers you, that is like that is able to respectfully so there are certain things you might not be able to agree on, right? You might not see, right? So you have boundaries in one particular area and the person does not understand your boundaries. Maybe the reason you have decided, I'm not going to stay in the same room with a guy is because in the past you had this situation where you stayed in the same room and something happened. That's just an example. And the person doesn't think you're overreacting. They respect it for what it is right now. And they even try to understand you, right? So they try to understand, okay, maybe the reason this boundary is in place is because she's gone through this and she's trying to be careful. They respect it and they protect it, right? They're not trying to break it. They're not trying to get into your pants every chance they get just because, they can. Anyways, So the next green flag is they show up authentically and offer you space to do the same. They are not like gumming every chance they get. They're not like, they have their own lives and they expect you to have your life as well. They understand that, whilst even if we're in this relationship and we love each other, they understand the importance of being an individual. So they're not tracking you down everywhere you go. They're not putting a tracker on your phone. They're not putting a tracker in your car, for example. They're not trying to check your message to see, who are you talking to? Oh, are you talking to any guy? Do you like any? Guys, I was in a relationship. I could not smile when I was talking to, whenever I was talking to someone of the opposite sex. Whenever I smiled like this, this guy will make you feel like, he would tell me things like, oh, I'm sure you like that person, right? He always accused me of liking my exes. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I always had to defend myself. You want to be in a place, you want to be with someone that allows you to be yourself, right? That is not trying to get you to be fake, that allows you to be yourself. And one of the ways someone will allow you to be yourself is when they are themselves. They're not being fake. They're as authentic as it gets, right? They show up authentically. So that's definitely a relationship green flag. So the second to the last is they're intentional about resolving conflict. I think this is an amazing one, right? Sweeping things under the carpet will destroy your relationship, right? I remember these guys on YouTube. I'd seen them, I was watching their videos at the time when I was in uni, and they said, oh, we never have issues in our relationship. We never fight. Guys, that relationship, as in, is fault. It's fault because the guy cheated, one thing happened, and it was really bad. She said horrible things about the guy. It was so bad. What am I saying? A relationship where you guys can respectfully resolve conflicts, where they do not feel like resolving conflicts is always, you wanting to pick up a fight. They respect it when you bring up, issues. They also bring up issues. I think a relationship where they want to resolve conflicts is definitely a green relationship, Anyways, the last but not the least is they are actively working on growth and healing. I think this is super important for every human being to embrace growth, right? Embrace growth, embrace healing. If 6 months ago you said to yourself, well, the reason why I'm like this is because my parents did this to me, I understand. But it's not okay if 6 months later you're still that person. It's nice if you're able to, work on yourself, right? If the person you're with is working on themselves, if they, again, you pointed out something to them and you notice that, the next time you guys, the next time that situation happened, they had worked on it or they're doing better. I mean, I think that's a green flag. Without saying too much, I think we should do more of this, right? React on posts. There are tons of posts that I've saved, prior to when I started starting my YouTube channel. So we can always react on posts like this. Thank you guys for watching. If there's any posts you guys want me to react on, you can always let me know. Anything you guys want me to talk about, any topic, you can let me know. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.